Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by flowers. Everybody loves getting other organisms' genitals as a present. It is January 2021, and you're listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 1, Episode 9. In this game, we are using the Wildsea world setting and system. I am Ian, playing the Firefly, and we have...
Austin playing Zitzi Yaku, the Chelicray.
Bev playing Rook the Ardent.
I'm Dylan playing Jisan the Gao.
I'm Jonathan playing Gomez the Ectus.
Awesome. And to start off with our little narrative descriptor thingy, what is a pina colada in the Wildsea?
It's that moment when you were the weather was great, and then suddenly it just downpours on your head. You were just caught in it, so to speak.
A relic of a lost age, rumored about in tons of the storified songs of the past age.
Okay.
It's definitely something that I can't describe without a mature rating.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Possibly also code for starting an affair.
You would definitely use it with this kind of inflection.
I'm getting pina coladas tonight. Oh, do we need to have a talk, brother?
I wasn't invited. Wait, I wasn't invited.
You guys are getting invitations?
Jisan, anything or?
You're waiting for me? Man, how am I supposed to spin pina coladas? Like, what even is a pina colada, really?
It is a beverage
You just
of
pina
an
colada
alcoholic variety and much deliciousness.
No, I got nothing.
Also a song.
No, that's fair.
A very
That's fair.
well-known song.
I don't know. I'm just throwing random things out there. Who wants to do what we did last session?
We made it to the village and we gave them the medicine, and then you guys watched as I worked myself to death.
I caught
you. I'm not salty.
We were giving you your space. We checked in on you. We brought you to bed.
We know you like those types of things.
You guys suck. You're sadists.
Excellent
Hey,
friendship.
should we stop her? No, I think she just needs to work it out.
I think one-mindeds just do this.
Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, you guys made it to Skarn Village. You delivered the medical supplies, and you kind of wandered around town a little bit. And it ended with this large, half the size of a cruise ship coming in, covered in saws. Absolutely just covered. And as it, docked into port, which is not close to you guys, as I said, it was a little ways away, but you could see it docking. Everyone in town has come up and lined the streets, and a honor guard procession has come out of these large double door ramp thing that is opened up from the ship. I'm gonna have you all mark a mire here as you all suddenly realize what this place is, because it never dawned on any of you. And none of you have probably seen a place like this before. Maybe Zitzi has, but I don't know. This is a skin town.
Oh.
What
All
now?
of these people are owned by a Chelicray boss, and they are used as skin when Chelicray needs skin.
So we're at a flensing farm.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take that mire.
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna take a deck level queasiness.
I'm curious, and I'm not trying to dodge the mire. I'll still take it, but I actually don't know if Gomez would connect that because he's like, I don't know what that is.
If Gomez doesn't connect this on his own, I'm assuming someone else will tell him
Yeah, like
what
that.
this is.
That's what I'm thinking. Would I mark the same mire that was already marked, or mark a different one?
You can choose whichever mire you deem appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going with Ancestors' Whisper of Their Disappointment because seriously, how did you not clue into this?
Yeah. Like, it's good and all saving people, but you saved a bunch of people who love to kill people.
Well, these people don't love to kill people.
Yeah, they're basically
These people
slaves.
are
They're cattle.
property.
Yeah,
These people are malnourished, and
we're keeping them alive so that they're potent.
yeah. Yeah, no, these people are property. That's why they gave you a weird look when you were so happy about them building their own society together. They're like,
So, once I noticed that these are like skin property, my like helmet drops off and like clatters on the ground because I kind of like lose my set shape for a moment just because of the shock. Because I'd not known places like this existed. Like I knew, my race got skins from people, but like usually found or given, sometimes taken, but not on a level of cruelty to this point.
Farming.
no, this is uncommon. That is true. These type of skin farms are not common, but they do exist.
That's messed up, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
I am not with them.
How do we systematically dismantle this?
We get on our boat and we leave.
Sorry, just narratively, what exactly is happening right now? Like, because
Narratively, what is happening is you guys are realizing what this place is you guys are seeing Chelicrae, which now that you kind of are realizing what this place is, it's easy to tell the Chelicrae from the humans as they move slightly differently. Or Ardent, sorry, not humans. And you see that all of the Honor Guard are Chelicrae. And in different, there's Ardents, there's some Ectus, there's some Gao, there's some Creta. There's all the different races there. And they're all just Honor Guard lined up. And this large owlbear Chelicrae is just walking down the middle of it as he's like coming towards the town, and everybody in the town is bowing to him because he's obviously in charge.
right.
And so with that, I'm going to give you guys a 5-minute montage as you guys have a very short window to decide what you're doing here before the attention will be brought on you, as this ship will notice your ship docked in harbor.
Rad.
I wish to use my. It's gonna be so hard to word that one. I'll have to figure that one out for later, I guess. I can only use one milestone, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you can use multiple if you're doing for the same action. I'll give you that. But you can't work on multiple things.
Okay. During our calm time, I decided to have some fun investigating my two little things and seeing how they interacted and how they could interact in the future. It was definitely pleasantly fun with the sea not going crazy and whatnot. And with the gumption and focus I had on making sure that the medicine got here, and the feeling of satisfaction that I didn't let Rook get any more injured while delivering this medicine, I'm going to focus on the one task that I was doing and create the terrifying chimeric amalgam.
Nice. Okay.
Just like this patchwork of feathers and writhing pods of fungi and webs containing what you think is spiders on the inside, but you don't know. But it has wings.
You don't want to know. Okay, and so that's using a major milestone?
I'm trying to burn all of them.
You're trying to burn... Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. You can burn all of them.
Because I
that
tried to
will do
incorporate fun on the waves, pleasant investigation, and the life-saving medicine.
Yep. No, that's perfect. That can burn all of them.
And my
And
track changes from Sentinel Skywing.
we can do it later. Just consider them attached for now, and we can do it off screen later.
Okay.
Anyone else have an action they're doing during this 5 minutes of holy smokes? There's a giant warship that's about to look at us.
Finish up your tasks.
Well, I mean, while we were just looking at aspects and things, I had something completely different planned. But now that I fear for my literal skin, I'm going to completely
Correct.
change. Yeah, I'm just going to completely change my intentions of what I was going for. I'm going to, yeah, for the getting the medicine there for major milestones, I wrote 30 minutes or less. I'm going to fudge the meaning of that a little bit from being delivery to panic quickness of I am just going to go down and to find what I can and try to construct myself a new aspect, the volt rail, that thing. Can I do that?
The Volt Rail? Which
That's,
one's that?
That's
sorry?
a rattle hand aspect. It's uninsulated grip around a crackling rudimentary cattle prod. I'm making myself a
Okay.
cattle prod.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. No, you can.
I am not good at
I think
self.
that's a 6-track though.
Yeah.
For a new. So yeah, you can start working on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And actually, can I also just to give myself? Can I add other milestones to that just to
yeah, if you want to.
Just kind of do what I did and work it into the narrative.
yeah, hold her together and aggressive injuries for the minor milestones because trying to hold myself together and avoid aggressive injuries.
Yep.
Thank you. So that's
There you go.
what's
So you're-
happening there.
So you're one away from it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Who else is doing things?
I would like to actually purchase an aspect.
Okay.
I would like to purchase the urban exploration aspect from Spitborn. It is 3 tracks, and I may mark to discover a friendly lead on services or information when in a port city.
Okay. Yep.
And I've befriended an oddity. I've had fun on the waves. I've made new friends, and I've been the defender.
Yep.
All of them just working with people, working together, power of friendship.
Yep. No, that works.
Excellent. If only I had been able to take that before.
And last but not least,
So everybody is dealing with what I assume is like the shock and like they're processing of what they just experienced. Immediately, Jisan's mind is going to go to the orphans that ate his pie, and I need to get them the hell out of here.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't have time for training. I'm going to go and try and track them down.
Okay.
that's also a montage option.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
do you want the assistance of my pupper on that?
You know what? Scraps is a good boy. He would sense my intent and come with me.
Yeah, he's like I am good at smelling.
we did plant Scraps in your kitchen in the end of last episode.
Yeah.
Because he had came smelling the pie.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, you guys can look out and you see the orphans had started. They're not quite at the big group of people because obviously they were eating the pie when the ship started coming, but they are making their way. They're like halfway between you and the big group of people, sort of thing. They're like trying to sneak into the back of the group to not be noticed that they weren't there.
I'm just imagining like Jisan looking at the slave ship. This ripple across his non-face of horror as he quickly looks back at the window to see them scampering off into the crowd.
I'm just like, oh my god, if I had been a couple seconds faster, right?
Could have
So-
kidnapped some kids for safety.
Well, I'm not going to kidnap them.
Why do we always kidnap kids in our games?
Because it's called kidnapping, not people napping. That's what Rook did last episode.
Wait, what? What?
You were
I'm gonna-
people napping.
I was napping. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead, Jisan.
I'm going to approach them and ask them pretty succinctly, like, do you have parents? Like, Do you need a way off of this quote unquote island?
They look at you a little bit confused, and then one of them will pipe up, like, kind of, what are parents, and nobody leaves the island.
Sold. Come with me. I have more pie for you back on the ship.
Oh my gosh, you're such a predator.
Stranger danger.
Oh, they don't know that. They don't have parents.
Dude, literally, I would rather them grow up with the rainbow fruit eating gorilla people. Like, seriously, like, this is not an okay environment for these children.
Star-Lord didn't grow up that bad, and he grew up with pirates.
Are you kidding me? I would love to have grown up with the rainbow fruit eating gorilla people.
We're not pirates.
They
We're
seem like
lovable
okay dudes.
scamps.
Yeah,
And
actually,
you know what?
we're literally not pirates. I asked you all if you wanted to do piracy, and you all said, no, we don't want to do piracy.
We want to be lovable scamps who possibly have a party boat.
Yeah, I was like, hey guys, I have 2 points in stealth. I could rob Portobello's ship, and y'all were like, no, we're gonna do the right thing.
Screw
Crush
that.
him
We're
the
stealing
honorable
now.
way.
Awesome. You scoop up 3 children and run them back to your ship to hide them in your galley.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
It's nobody like, oh,
I
no,
ain't saying
stop.
Okay. Yeah, you guys that's your montage. 3 level ups and 3 stolen children.
Beautiful.
This is going to come back to haunt me. I know it is.
No, it's not. I have 3 points of outwit and veils.
There you go.
And I'm
I'm obviously a nice fellow. Why would anyone want to cause problems with me?
Jisun, just as you make it back into the ship and have safely stowed these kids in the galley and started giving them some food and kind of locked the galley door behind you as you make your way back on top deck to scout everything out and make sure you're okay, you notice, all 4 of you notice, this large owlbear Chelicray walking towards your ship, and very determined, with a number of Chelicray kind of retainers following him, or them.
Oh shit, it's the fuzz!
As far as they and we know, we're just friendly delivery men.
No, we're literally just friendly delivery men.
You
glance around.
can't tell them that, Tsitsi.
Gomez says, like, looking around, like, yeah, like, God, why are y'all being weird about this? We literally just delivered a package.
You're right, Gomez, you go tell him.
Yeah.
And I push him towards the gangplank.
Which one did I mark? Okay, I did. Okay, I don't have the your needles prick people thing. Yeah, so I'll go to the gangplank and give a wave.
Yeah.
Hey,
Act
The-
natural.
This large owlbear kind of stops, and he looks at you, and he goes, "Who are you?"
we're the kind of new de facto crew of the Bowbreaker. A lot of stuff happened. We could tell you that story later, but we delivered, medicine to to here.
So you held up the end of an old crew's bargain. It kind of, again, being Chelicray, they have a face, but it doesn't always move correctly because it's a million spiders underneath there. But this owlbear looks proud almost. And he kind of looks at you and he goes, a crew that is willing to take on the debts of those before them. Very honorable.
Well, we knew them. They're solid people, and we're hoping we can find them.
So they are alive still?
Somewhere.
I would very much like to have Drock's skin. That would be a worthy skin.
Oh, I know, right?
I start towards him, but because of my mire, just fall on my face with a large clang.
I like
As my new helmet has a dent in it for hitting the deck.
He,
I like to think that the owlbear just hears the clang because we're kind of like above the dock, maybe.
yeah. He just
And
hears the.
Gomez doesn't even look. There's a thud, and he's just like, "Yeah, how about that?"
He wants to steal Drock's skin. I swear to God, I'll tear him a piece.
Drock's not here, man. You're fine. Calm down.
Well, that's okay. Maybe we'll see Drock next time if he's still around. He's always good for a drink or two and a game and a hand of cards. Yes. Well, what are you lot are here just delivering medicine then? Is the delivery done?
Yeah, delivery's all finished. We were gonna just collect some supplies and, I don't know, either find a new job or figure out what else to do on the high seas.
If you need a new job, we're always looking for runners.
What are you running?
There's some people who owe us some money in another town over. If you go there and collect it, you can take a cut.
We're not really leg breakers. Granted, the ship is called the Bow Breaker, but, it's not exactly what it says on the tin. He, knocks on the railing twice.
Very well, very well. Well, if you need supplies, you're always welcome to barter for them here.
Yeah, I'd hope so. Unless we're offending anyone by being here.
Not at all.
It's slowly dawning on him that everybody else is really uncomfortable. Like, he saw they were uncomfortable, but he's saying that they're getting more uncomfortable. And he's like, oh, I'm missing something. I'm missing something really important. At this point, the mire is marked. Something is wrong, and I don't know what it is, and everyone else does. And I'm looking at the owlbear, and I don't know what the problem is.
You looking at this owlbear, spiders come out of its eyes and go in through a different eye hole and move around.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Gomez knows Telecray. It's fine.
Yeah. He kind of looks at you and he says, "Yes, well, if you're willing to trade, now is the time, as I own this town, so all property here is mine, and all trading is done by me or one of my representatives."
Oh, great! I made sure to find the dockmaster before we handed over the medicine. I like to do things right. Thanks for introducing yourself. I really appreciate that. I like to know who's in charge.
I am Orkano, one of the 3 generals of Arknid. And he just kind of stands up proud.
I shout down, how long has your operation been going? There's not very many places like this.
We have been here for as long as we can remember. I do not know of any other skin farms, but we do well here. We supply many to all sorts of areas on the waves. And he kind of looks at you and goes, you're skinless. What are you? Ridiculous.
Jerk.
You're skinless?
Well, he is. He's skinless.
Is he?
Yeah, I don't have skin.
Just armor.
I have armor plates and tree bits.
And a wind
just
chime.
web.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and a wind chime.
It's been 8 episodes since we described our character.
And a cloak.
Been a while.
I still don't know what half of you look like.
Okay. Let's use this moment. Zitzi, do you want to describe your character as he's being looked at by this large owlbear?
Yes. I am a slightly taller than an ardent, enough to be noticed. I have a nice cloak, but underneath the form is imperfect when it comes to the ardent shape. Covered in armor plates, little bits of tree bits and whatnot. My head is in this helmet that I managed to find on an expedition with Rook.
Woo.
That is made of metal and shaped in a smiley face. It's because I was told that the one-minded prefer to be greeted with a smile.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I also have this set of wind chimes that I have in like this little recess in my body
To be soothing.
to be soothing because people don't like to be snuck up on. Because apparently I don't move right and make sound.
I love how you're just like a walking wind chime with this nightmare smile metal helmet
And a nice cloak.
and a nice cloak.
Very
It's just-
bright. Yeah.
It's colorful. Oh yeah, there's also dangling from my armor plates. Once you see inside the cloak, are like different flags and handkerchiefs and scarves for signaling. Because I noticed that people don't always talk, but they do like bright colors.
Excellent.
You're a
Yeah,
cryptid. You're describing a cryptid.
I think we're all cryptids.
Uh,
I mean, even Rook talks to bees. We're all cryptids.
Don't talk with them. We
It
just
is
have
the
an
bee.
understanding,
Fair
you
point.
know?
uh,
We get each other.
Yeah. Orkno looks you over and kind of just like chuckles to himself as he calls you skinless, as it's clearly meant as an insult.
where I'm from, we don't feel the need to sacrifice others for bodies. It's just a thing. Sorry.
Don't start a war.
The whole seas is built on sacrifice.
And I choose not to be part of that. The only sacrifices I make are snackifices. Brings out a large cricket and eats it.
Gomez laughs at that. Sacrifices. That's good. That's good. That's a good one. So, he's like trying to change the subject, but like kind of chewing on his words.
Well, you said you wanted to trade. What do you have to trade?
Not a large cricket.
Yeah, I don't think he's really wanting for food, my man. Listen, what? I mean, is this like a one-time offer or something, or like, can we get back with you when we like know what we need? We just got here and like dropped off the package, so we don't really know what we need yet. So we could look through our stuff, figure out what we have, and go from there.
That's fair. I have to look over my possessions here too as well. I'm here on important business. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. And he starts walking away, and the other Chelicrae follow him. And he you can tell he's like going house to house inspecting things.
And as he's like going, he's like, "All right, and like if we go before you get back, then we'll definitely see you when we come back. Take care."
He just kind of like waves one hand behind him as he walks away.
Turns around, nodding, and like walks away, and like goes back to like waves for the crew and is like, "All right, guys, I think I just got permission for us to leave."
Oh, thank God. Because I may or may not have accidentally adopted some orphans, which may or may not be their property, and they might look upon that as an offensive action, which I see it as a liberation. It is an act of freedom, of good and evil. Let's get the hell out of here.
You could
I just kind of stare blankly at him, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Less is more. Less is more. Let's.
could only get 3. We can easily fit more on the boat. Start looking around.
We're not doing this today.
No, guys, we can't just steal their stuff. Their ship is bigger than us. It will catch us, and it will eat us. Kind of literally, did you see the saws on this thing? I suggest one of two things. We either get out of here now because, oh my gosh, I can't, like, sit down. I'm so uncomfortable now at the thought of losing my skin. The
really
other
kind of makes you
option
itch, doesn't it?
is we seek the revolution that most certainly is existing behind closer. Actually, well, we should be sure that we really do understand the situation correctly, because I'm pretty sure we just walked into a skin farm, which, kind of makes me want to vomit. It makes me angry. It makes me scared. But, if there's, a way to, completely destroy society, I'd be okay. See, is there, this is, I've never heard of something. Is this a normal thing?
It's uncommon and disgusting.
So, if it's disgusting, is there, I don't know, a high council or a police force amongst your people that we can report this to?
Each colony is separate.
If we told enough of them, do you think that they would unite to destroy them?
I mean, do you want to really spearhead starting a war between regions?
No.
You know what?
I'd be down for some light sabotage, though.
I'm going to say, why don't we call it a day at liberating 3 kids that we can save right now and escape with without them being able to prove that we took them?
I don't 100% disagree. Plus, we know where this place is now, and if we find allies, we can come back. It's not like the town's going to up and leave.
No, but some people might.
We are ill-prepared to deal with a coup of this level.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, when there's this kind of shenanigans, there's usually a resistance force somewhere. These people can't enjoy what's happening to them. Somebody at some point must have thought of fighting back or something, and there's a reason they're not. And if we can find the reason and dismantle the reason, then the reason's not there, and then vive la revolution.
Hey, maybe that one crew we ran into is in the area. We could ask them for help.
Yeah.
No.
Well, okay, cool. Really put up a wood wall there.
I mean,
got some brambles on that. All right, cool.
I hear where you're coming from, and it's a fine suggestion. It will be noted, but no.
All right, suggestion denied. Yeah, I know what that language is. I don't speak a lot of brass tongue, but I get it.
I'm going to give him double finger guns.
Finger guns back.
What if we found the old crew?
That would probably be a great start.
I don't know, their reputation seems to be pretty, let's take down the bad guys.
And they were bringing medicine here, so they clearly had to have known about the situation at least a little bit.
Maybe this was
I wonder if they had an inn.
Are we sure there was no contraband in the medicine?
No.
Maybe the medicine is something going to the revolution.
Maybe we already gave them a bomb and it's gonna go off and we should leave? I mean, probably not, but, just, that... It'd be kind of cool if it had gone off as soon as they said that. I was kind of hoping... He, looks over his shoulder, no?
What did Drock receive as... What did they receive as payment again?
You never investigated that. Do you want to open the journal and read?
I would like to know what they got from them.
We definitely read the journal about that. If there was something in there.
Oh yeah, we were bad at it.
But you were bad at it. I remember you were flipping through briefly or something, and because you only read the journal for that part about when you were
who we have to drop off the drugs to.
Yeah. You were specifically looking at who you dropped off the drugs to, not what the payment was.
So, and considering that, like Rook said, Drock and them were pretty good people. I don't see them making a deal with them willy-nilly.
Unless they didn't know, but yeah.
Like you said, it'd be pretty hard not to know.
Really? We can't talk.
Looking through the journal, you see that Drock and the crew was paid 7 heads.
They freed people for this.
You can assume so, yes. It just says 7 heads. You might have thought, when you first read it, oh yeah, 7, heads, because, that's, a head of lettuce, or a head of, cabbage, or a head of, some kind of food, or a Leviathan head.
Could be
or
cattle. Could be cattle or something.
Yeah, or cattle.
Well, technically it is cattle.
Yeah.
Oof.
Thanks.
So they freed 7 people and the cost of that was fetching the medicine for them.
Yes.
Are those 7 people important? Does the book mention that?
It does not say anything about that. It just says there were 7. They were paid 7 heads in advance, and they were told to go get this medicine and bring it here.
Who were these 7? Does that mention that?
Nope. Do you want to do a... Let's see here. What can we roll? Do you want to scrutinize the journal to try and really...
Yeah.
Look through it?
Actually, I'm going to send up my new chimeric amalgam to learn a
Mhm.
secret about Skarn.
Okay. Okay, so
And,
you're marking a box?
Yes, and I wish to have it look for a either a fancy domicile or a trading area, like where people are being traded, or skins. Looking through my eyes, because they're all mine.
Looking through your eyes, there's nothing fancy here, and there's no trading areas here, it looks like. But it looks pretty much like a farm. Not in the sense of a literal farm, but in the sense of it's a town. It's just buildings for housing and buildings for food. There's not much else here. It doesn't fully look like a city would, which is odd.
So it's more just like a barracks town, where everything's just living and whatever the other part is.
Yeah, living and eating sort of thing. This doesn't look like where they would sell people.
Yeah,
do anything.
Yeah.
This is where they live.
Yeah.
So, and what's the secret about the town?
And the secret about the town is, that this is just it's a barn, or it's a shed. It's a holding area where the people live. It is not used for anything else, and it is probably you're probably the first visitors here, other than Orkno, in a long, long time. And in fact, Orkno got here the day you guys got here, or the morning after. Either way, he got here really quickly, and that's odd because it's the medicine. You got here 3 days early for the medicine, so it looks like Orkno knew when you were supposed to get here and got here a day before you guys were supposed to get here, because he didn't want you here alone.
That makes a lot of sense.
He's here to watch us.
Yeah, because he was assuming, obviously, that it was Drock and the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't want a jailbreak. Makes sense.
Also, that means we're a bunch of new people who know about their secret peep farm. Do they want us to leave?
Again, Orkno did state that they do trade with other reaches in other areas. So they aren't, whilst they are under the radar probably of most people, they're definitely not unknown in the shadow world, sort of, so to speak.
Yeah, this is like gangster stuff. Black market type of a thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
In fact, Zitzi, you probably, the name Arknid probably has been said around you before, whether you realized it or not, in circles, as one of the most powerful and biggest name Chelicrae possibly in the Wildsea.
Yeah, I've heard of them, but just didn't understand the context until now.
Yeah,
why they were so big.
Yeah.
All right. I'm honestly kind of down, leaving for a bit and then coming back, but
I really appreciate your all's level head, because I definitely get, wanting to do something about this, but oh boy, this is This is a lot. This is a whole lot.
that we can't ignore.
No, we're coming back to this.
Yeah.
We're gonna put a big pin in this.
Who
he says.
specifically took the medicine? Like, who exactly was it supposed to be paid off to?
So as Gomez finished saying that, he looked like he was gonna do something cool, and then you like, and then you asked that, and he's like, "That's a good question." Puts his hands back down.
Yeah, no, who was it, like, who signed off? Because
I know Worf kind of oversaw taking it, but was he the person who's actually supposed to collect, or?
No, if you remember correctly, there was a different name that was smudged that was supposed to, that paid for everything. And looking over that name, it is Orkno. Now that you have heard the name Orkno and you look at the smudge, it's clearly Orkno who paid for this medicine with the 7 heads.
Okay.
Well, that checks out.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep the stock alive.
Yeah.
Why don't we ask the kids?
So he's doing a head count right now.
Yeah, no, as you guys have been talking and chatting, he's made his way easily through half the village here.
He's gonna find
He's
out.
counting heads?
Yeah. What do you think happens? Do you think these people just disappear?
I
They
think
do if we get going right now.
I think it's time to cast off.
Yeah, but if we get going right now and they're suddenly missing people and we try to come back, don't you think their first question is going to be, "Hey guys, we're missing stuff. Did you happen to find it?"
No,
He's
and
going to
it'd be
make sure that we
and-
are leaving after he or before he leaves. He's going to wait for us.
How big are the?
But I mean, if
particles
we
in our
leave
ship?
right now, it looks very suspicious.
Anywhere from 3 inches
I think
to a foot.
gonna search our ship once they figure out there's people missing.
You know what barnacles I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The ones that are the barnacles that spearfish for you.
Yeah. All right. So it couldn't hide the kids in one of the.
No. Not unless they were in pieces,
Mm,
which is not the game plan.
no, well, no.
No.
Thinks about it for a second. You're the Ardent.
Actually,
I'm just trying to figure out how to make this work.
we could put them in the moth room.
I was literally just thinking that.
The moth room?
They don't eat people, and there's so much stuff in there that there's no way they could find them.
What's the moth room?
Exactly.
You mean the bee room?
It's the room with all the moths. Seriously?
You don't know about the dream-eating moth people?
Oh, those. Okay. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I thought you were talking about the bees.
Moths are not
No.
bees.
I'm just. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I'm sorry. I'm just so used to them that, I don't know.
It's okay. We got a regular arc going on over here, so
Yeah, no, they're about 3/4 of the way through the town now.
Moment of truth, folks. What are you gonna do with the kids? We could always just. No, that's a bad idea.
the choice is and has always been: do we abandon them to their fate, or do we take heat in order to save them?
Well, obviously the second one. It's just trying to figure out the best way to do that.
About 5 minutes ago, and not arguing about it. Let's go.
He's not 1,000% wrong. We can always go back to Emmett too, the guy with the town's watch, and be like, "Hey, yo, did you hear about the slave town? Not 2 weeks that way."
Yep. I'm gonna go start casting off. No more time for
Okay.
deliberation.
If they stop us, let me do the talking.
That will be no problem.
I think I got this.
You guys start casting off, and yeah, just as you guys are almost about to turn over the engine sort of thing, you hear whistles, and there's people, including Orkno, moving towards the dock and you guys. So you can either gun it, or you can wait.
Can we move casually and just cast off like we don't notice anything's wrong?
Oh,
I
I,
mean,
didn't
you
hear
can.
you.
That's
you
the
know.
correct choice.
Yeah.
It's just to wave smiling and be like, okay, we'll see you next time.
The ship
Like,
You're
was-
welcome for
I was here wearing earbuds. I didn't hear you.
You're welcome for the help. Thanks for the send off.
Yeah. As
Smiling,
you guys,
waving, and like we go back.
smiling and waving, you can see you can see who has, and someone's going to jump for joy here, who has signaling.
I am signaling. I do the thing. I start whipping out the scarves and stuff, and start looking intently.
Do a signaling check here, Austin.
Okay, so
See if
we're
you
gonna go
make out what they're saying.
2 dice.
I'll give you
how-
the advantage
Okay,
because
'cause they're not that far away yet.
they're Chelicray and you're not that far away.
3.
There you go. Okay, so conflict with a twist. So the conflict is that you know what they're saying, and what they're saying is they are going to, like, Orkno is telling his ship to start to cut you guys off. And he's telling them to also deploy a skiff for him to pick him up. And that's the conflict. The twist, I'll let you guys think of a twist.
My
You got one?
yeah, my chimeric amalgam swoops down and snatches his signals away.
Okay,
He sees
so
them
they
fluttering in his hand.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so they think it's prey.
Okay, yeah, your bird snatches his signaling flags from Orkno, or from, not Orkno, obviously, because he's the boss, but one of his, like, guards signaling, and so you can the large ship only got the order to cut you guys off, and yeah.
Can I keep that scarf or signal?
Yeah, sure, you can keep that scarf.
Toots told. I'm gonna put that in my inventory notes as it's going to be called No, it's going to be called Signal of the Skin.
Nice. Yeah, so this large ship is slowly starting, like, it's going to take a minute to undock, but it is starting to move, and it will be attempting to catch up to you guys.
Okay, so I asked Jisan, I'm like, okay, give me the kids real quick. And I pull them into the engineering room, and I'm going to use my tool belts, once per scene, swiftly craft a one-track creation without needing to roll. I'm basically building, like just boxes to hide them in, but things that look like they are part of the machinery of the engine.
Okay.
And then I'm also, using my bees. I'm like, as soon as the kids are like inside those things, because kind of half the engine is kind of covered with a beeswax hive anyway. So like incorporating it to make it look like this has been part of it for a while. I also, I guess, turned to Jisan 1 second. I'm like, can we get these flowers, like just the various foliage and flowers in here? I just need their scent to be as potent as possible right now, as much as you're able to help with that. And yeah, I just kind of create this like shell of machinery, beeswax, the bees themselves, just being kind of extra menacingly buzzing, and strong scents to just mask these kids as much as possible. Also, just like trying to pad the areas a little bit so that they're a little more soundproof, and also breathing holes. But
Gomez has something to add to this. As you're working, music starts to play from like right on the other side of the wall.
Excellent. I love it.
Because he's turned on the working phonograph. He put a record on.
Yeah.
Nice.
Playing.
Okay. So
Epic
I'm going to
chase music?
consider. Yeah. Okay, so I'm considering my options here. I'm going to thumb at my chin, considering what my next option is. And I'm like, the smell. How do I enhance the smell to be at its maximum level? And my brain runs through a bunch of different cooking techniques, none of which would be appropriate at the moment. And I don't have the equipment. And she's basically asking me to do the impossible thing. And then I look at the seedling of the rainbow fruit tree.
Yeah.
And I go, and I reach over and I shake the base of the tree and release as much of the rainbow fruit pollen into the engine as possible.
Ooh,
My bees
nice.
just kind of like look just a little bit like they just had Red Bull.
Well, that's going to do two things. It's going to do what you wanted, and it's going to make me very panicked in the engine room as all of a sudden we go very fast. Because you just shook the tree of Nos.
It's time to go.
Nice. Okay, well, it looks like we have a chase scene on our hands.
Yep, with our no weapons.
But also
we
trying to make
could
it look
do a
super
chase.
cash.
So we could do a chase, but like he can't talk to them anymore. Actually, I didn't care. So you just took his like ribbon thing away, and they don't seem to be going to get him. So they don't really know why they're stopping us. I mean, we can assume it's for stowaways, but we could probably just let them search us now. I mean, we got the kids hidden. What was the point of that if we were just gonna run away? Like they're gonna tear our ship apart if they catch us.
I think that was mostly just the bees reacted. Oops. I calmed
No,
down.
you can settle the bees down.
Yeah,
so you
I
guys
settled them
don't
down.
have
I'm like,
to-
whoa, God.
Yeah, you just gotta give that beehive a good shake. Sorry.
Just start petting like there's like a cloud of bees just floating in front of me, and I'm just kind of like petting this cloud that moves with my hand. Ugh.
All right, so I guess
So do we run, or do you want me to like talk to them and get them off our back? We didn't do anything.
We definitely didn't do anything, and we didn't steal because you can't steal what we took. Mm-hmm.
You're right. You're right. I know I said that the guy was gonna argue with you, but no, you're right.
am I slowing the engines or cranking the throttle?
Quick question, and I hate that I'm
Let's
asking
go.
this.
Oh, sorry.
Does my Meyer affect that I use my tool belt?
No.
Think of the children! Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh no.
Your mire I'll let you guys know when your mires affect you.
Thanks!
What are you thinking, smelly tree shaker?
Clearly, by my smelly shaking of the tree, it's pretty clear what my intent was.
Mask the children.
Like, sure, if they can catch us, then let's fake them out, but I still think it's better to not let them search us at all. Like, I mean, they might have, like, life sight goggles or some other dumb magic crap that will completely ruin our shoddy 5-minute disguise here.
Done, you
Talking of which, I
tabletop
will-
bullshit!
I will signal back to the ship, seeing as they're chasing us. It's okay, we don't need to send off. He was mistaken.
We're all good here. How are you?
The ship is gonna signal back to you that orders to stop you. Just yeah,
What?
they have orders to stop you. They
What?
don't know why. They don't know. Like they have orders to stop you.
I signal over. We have permission. I have your boss's flag.
Yeah, they. Oh.
They
He could not maintain contact.
For reasons. Shift size, shift size.
You know what? Roll outwit then.
I will take it. Advantage because I have his flags.
No, but normally when you have nothing in a stat, it means you roll 2 dice and cut 1. I think if it's a 0. So because you have his flag, I'll say roll 1 dice
Okay.
and just take that straight.
Here we go. 6.
Well played. Okay. Yeah, no, you say what are you saying to them?
Boss lost communication, gave me flag for permission to pass.
And you're holding up his signaling flag?
I will fly it over to them with the bird as pure proof.
And just drop it on them, sort of thing. Yeah, they You can hear their engines slow as they kind of like deliberate for a minute, and then they're gonna start heading back towards dock.
Oh, that's gonna piss him off so much.
Yeah, you guys have bought yourself maybe, a few hours here, because you guys aren't that far out of port. So, like, you can, if you look through, like a spyglass or binoculars or whatever, you can still see him angrily, like, waiting on the shore. So, yeah, no, you've bought yourself a few hours here.
All right, secret.
You've bought yourself the time that you lost by bickering, waiting to leave.
Setting course back for Junk City.
The closest town they'd be too stupid to siege. Or too stupid. They wouldn't siege it because they're not stupid. That one.
A thought, though. If we go back to Junktown, we're heading backwards. Aren't we going to go save Drock?
Yeah, we can't just keep children. I guess there would be another reach along the way or something. Yeah, okay, I wheel it around, go the other direction, just head north.
Also,
what do you mean we can't just keep children? What do you mean we can't just keep children? You all decided to take them. What are you gonna do? You're just gonna leave them with somebody? Are you no?
We're not the best parental units.
As we're having this conversation, I just kind of look at them and I'm like, just out of curiosity, has anybody asked the children what their names are? Anything, any form of bonding or introduction, or what do we know about these kids?
Hear the
they
spider
like pie and they're thieves.
Hear the spider equivalent of crickets.
How do you know they like pie?
Because they stole my pie that I was going to make as a secret vengeance against you and eat it all myself.
You have hurt me today.
This cuts deeper than the skin farm.
It really does. I don't know what disturbs me more. I thought we were friends.
It's definitely the stealing of people's skin. I don't know why the pie would even be close to that. I feel like of all the monsters here, you may be the worst.
Hold on, quick question. What was the pie made? What kind of pie are we talking here?
Double saw nana cream.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's the pie. I'm very upset about the pie.
Dude, you're talking to like you're preaching to the choir here.
Hey
guys, I'm
satisfied.
I'm gonna go meet our new crewmates. Comus starts to go to the moth room.
I agree. Also, I sealed them in there pretty good. You're gonna need my help. I hope they have enough oxygen. Stops off to go
I'll figure something out.
I assume you guys are cutting a path?
I am cutting a path. I am not proceeding to just shake our ship violently apart as we try to leave.
I appreciate that.
That's fair. Okay. We will do Gomez meeting the orphans, and then I will discuss how the ship is traveling.
I feel like I also help him just get them out of the box.
Don't forget Jisun fed them, so they might have buffs.
That's true.
Banana cream buffs.
Oh, snap.
I don't even know what that means, but I'm excited.
Because it sounds like banana cream puffs, but it's buffs.
Right? Oh, I want banana cream puffs now.
Yeah, same here.
Dang it. I hate this. I hate it when games make reality lame. Like always.
So you go back down to the engine room and take apart your hiding space?
Enough so that we can put it back together in a pinch if we needed to, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's 3 cowering children in there.
Hello!
As they have no idea what just happened to them or what's going on.
Welcome to the ship. We have saved you? Hooray! I look for the closest child-friendly object in my room. Like, have some toys. And it's I don't know, it's probably a like a flashlight, a screwdriver, and a literal cog. Just a cog.
I'm now gonna roll their ages here.
Okay.
Really quick. I have a D12, and I'm gonna roll it 3 times for each of their ages.
Cool.
So the first one is 5 years old. The second one is 8. And the third one is 10.
Okay. Toys.
You guys got lucky. They are not absolutely screaming as just like, 3-year-olds.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bunch of panicked toddlers.
Yeah.
Hooray. They're leaking.
Oh no.
So many orifices.
Holds up by Scruff. Make it stop.
Speaking of which, what species and tell us, describe these children.
They are ardents.
All 3 of them? Okay.
All 3 of them. Yeah, no, this is an ardent skin farm. I will evens or odds for gender. Male. Male.
Nice.
3 males.
3, and sorry, you said 5, 8, and 10?
10.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm Rook. This is Gomez. Puts a hand on his shoulder, quickly retracts it. Because ow.
Hey, Gomez wears like padded shoulders.
And this is Scraps. Scraps is 0.
Scraps is a good boy.
He just kind of goes up and starts sniffing them, like that really invasive dog sniff, where it's like, okay, like you're all the way in my face.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 of them just kind of huddle together, looking at you, and the oldest starts to move a little bit as Scraps, moves away. And he goes, What do you want?
So I guess my one of our friend invited you on the boat, and
We went away with the boat.
yeah. So why did you?
We figured you didn't want to be farmed for your skin, probably.
Yeah, how much did you know about your home?
We are property of Orkno and the Chelicrae. That's... Yeah.
Okay. First thing, I'm going to blow your minds, but you guys being, sentient beings can't be property no matter what somebody tells you. Okay? Your people...
That's not true.
That's definitely true. Look at me. I look like you, right? I don't belong to
You're
anybody.
clearly the property of the Chelicrae on the
No,
ship.
I'm not. I don't belong to anybody.
I kind of shake with mirth from upstairs, hearing this through the tube.
I don't know. They lied to you when they told you were property. That was a lie. So that you wouldn't try and run away or fight back.
Can't fight back. There's way too many of them, and we're property.
I don't see him on over here.
I'm not here. And-
So you're saying we're not property anymore? You bought us?
No, you never
We're your
were
property now?
and we stole you, but we can't steal you because you can't be. The point is,
Our crewman thought that you should come with us.
Yeah.
That you being property was garbage.
yeah,
And so we've decided that you're not that guy's property anymore. And so
we're gonna find you.
we
somewhere
took
good.
you. We stole you. We definitely stole you. That is what happened.
No, we can't
you
steal
are-
them. They're not
you
property.
two-
We
you three are-
kidnapped them. It's totally different.
So we work for you now. Okay.
Yes.
No, yeah,
Just
you live with us right now.
Yeah.
You don't work
let him
for
dip
us.
the toe.
Right. If you want to help, we would love help, but only if you want to.
Oh no! If they're on the boat, they're definitely gonna be learning the ropes.
Okay, but we'll pay them or something. We'll pay you in pie.
Oh, now you guys care about pay. Gomez is like smiling, but the way that Enectus smiles.
That's fair. They are confused by you. They have never met an Ectus before in their life.
I believe it.
They've probably seen other Celicrae, though, made of...
In Ectus skins.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they've never met a non-skinned Ectus.
Fun.
They've only met Ardents and Chelicrae. They've seen other skins, like lots of other skins, but only Ardents and Chelicrae.
Are you guys hungry?
Yes?
Okay, let's go get
Did
some
they-
food.
Didn't they all just scarf down the pie?
They're
I mean,
very
yeah,
little.
but they're
They're,
starving orphans.
they're children. They
true.
pack it in, especially that 10-year-old. He's like on the cusp of puberty. You know? So, yeah, we're like, okay, we're going to go get you some lunch. So come on.
Wow, it takes 10 years for that. All right.
Yeah, more like
Late
12 to
bloomers.
13, but yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Says the cactus.
Wait,
Wow, 10 years. You guys are pretty quick about that. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know how long it takes cacti.
What?
I don't know anything. I don't know biology. I went to public school in America,
In Cactus America.
in Southern America.
So
Fun.
I kind of take the kids over to the galley.
Okay,
Like-
and you feed them.
Well, no, I don't know how to feed them. I'm like, hey, Jisan,
Jisan's still here.
they're hungry again. Maybe they want pie to share. Glare daggers.
I'm just gonna give her the I have no features deadpan and outstare her because she cannot beat me physically.
I just all the loathing in my face, like this isn't over, but with my eyes.
As eventually, when she relents, then I will go about making something for the kids, but not pie because that would satisfy her as well, and that's not how this is going.
No. I just kind of sit there, quietly watching, blinking a lot because my eyes sting from trying to hold them open a long time, but like glare blinking.
So Gomez will sit down next to them, maybe like across from them. Say, so, what are your names?
They kind of look at you. What's like? What do like?
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
Okay. What
All
do
right.
people call you, but just you? Like when somebody wants to
no.
get your attention, they say, "Hey," and then what?
I've always wanted to do this.
Uh-oh.
Your name
Uh-oh.
to the
Oh
10-year-old
no.
Yeah.
is Rocky,
Why?
Okay.
and then to the 8-year-old, he says, "You move as you look like you're pretty swift. So your name is Colt."
Okay.
Don't you dare! We are going to get sued. I see where you're going with this.
And you, to the 5-year-old, look like you could really handle a really spicy meal. So I'm going to call you Tums Tums.
Okay, we got Rocky, Colt, and Tums Tums.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it happened. No one's arguing.
They just look at you.
Okay. Yep. That happened.
So those are your names, and you could change them later if you want. It's not like any of us have like records keeping track of that or anything. And oh, hey, do you have any records tracking you, like on you? Like, do they like mark you?
They hold like looking closer at them. They have collars on.
I'd very quickly go over these collars to figure out if they are they tracking collars or are they just look, you're a slave collars?
It's Yeah, it's more like I mean, collar is a loose term, but it's like a thick necklace with like markings on them saying basically like date of birth, gender, and a few symbols that you guys can't really make out that you must relate to like maybe who their parents actually were or something, or like what type of breeding stock they came from.
I just very quickly asked him, hey, you don't have anybody who's really, really, really going to miss you and be worried that you're gone, right?
They kind of look at you. Yes,
Who?
like all our friends and the other well, everybody in the village.
Okay, that's general enough that I don't feel bad. And then I go over to, well, actually, I assume I probably got something like this just like on my belt. I just kind of like look at the colors and I'm like, well, that's a nope. And I just like find like a pair of just like clippers that I probably got lying around, and I just go to like take them off.
They shrink away from you when you take the collars off, but they kind of look at you confused.
Like, have I taken them off successfully? Like, are they off?
Yeah, no, you can take them off. They will not do anything to stop you.
That's fair. Interesting. Okay. And I'm just like, see? No more owned by anybody. Dunzo. You don't need these.
Yes, because now you own us, so why do we need identification? You just re-identified us.
That's close enough.
I look at them and I'm like, no, you own yourselves.
Yeah. What he said. Wait. You think that okay, so who specifically do you guys say owns you right now? Who has that power?
I mean, I just named them, so...
Yeah, he just named us, so they kind of point to him. They're like, but he's probably owned by the Chelicrae, but he named us, so him?
Okay, he's not owned by the Chelicrae. I just kind of go over to Gomez and I just kind of like whisper to him, I'm like, you tell them that you're giving them to them.
Oh, they're not going to understand that.
Okay, then try to.
This is.
Then I like look at what are they? What are the boys literally wearing? Like, what do they have on their person right now?
These children grow up in indoctrination. This is going to take some time, all right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to do this in a way that they'll understand. Like looking at them, like what do they physically have on their bodies?
Like shirt and pants, like old shirt and pants. It's just
okay.
Yeah.
Probably hand-me-downs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just turned to him. I'm like, tell them that you want to buy each of them for the cost of a shirt.
I don't want to say I already own them, but like
no, like you want to sell them to themselves.
I don't think they're gonna get it. Listen, when you grow up like this, like in these conditions, freedom is weird, and like they'll get it. Like we need to be their parents.
Yeah,
and we need to help them ease into this. Because if we try to force them to just say, "Hey, you're free," they're not going to understand. But we could just show them what that means. I mean,
yeah, okay.
They need parents.
I'm looking at Gomez like he's like this exotic animal that I've never really actually seen before, because this is so incredibly polar different from the normal Gomez I see in the day-to-day.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Just kind of sit down and I'm like, so who's hungry?
Yeah.
You know what? How about I get in there and I see if I can find something that y'all will like. And he'll get up and go into the kitchen and maybe give a hand with cooking and stuff.
Perfect. And we're gonna pivot to Wildsea on steering the ship all by himself as the three of you try and soothe and help these 3 children.
It's going fine.
So, Zitzi, you are heading north
Yep.
in this area, and we're going to make a quick roll here. So before, when I created this reach, I made it, again, you heard Orkno say that there are 3 generals, and Arknid is obviously the one running this place, so he has a place in this area, meaning there are at least 3 other land masses under control of the Chelicrae in this area.
Wait, you mean 2 others?
Well, 3 others, because the 2 generals would each have their own island, and then Arknid would have a main island.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So there's at least 3 other islands around here. I have a D4 in front of me.
Oh no.
You have a 1 in 4 chance of not encountering any of these islands
All right.
as you escape.
Can I send my bird up to give me some help?
Your bird can give you advanced warning should you be going into one of these islands.
I will take
So
it.
it will help. But I will now mark down 1, 2, 3, and on a 4, you make it through without hitting any of these islands.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, rolling 1 die did really well for us before, and I'm sure that past experiences will give way to future results, Ian.
So I rolled. I got a 2.
That's fine. That's
Which-
not for us.
Means you're heading into a territory of your bird sees an island ahead, and it is a similar looking island to the one before. There is docked. Actually, I'll roll. Let me see here. They know you were going to be at Orknos, so more likely, would they be out at their island, or would they not be at their island? Evens odds, they're at their island. Okay, they're not at their island. So there's no ship docked at this island.
Okay.
But there is no large ship. There are little ships, obviously, but there are no large, there isn't one of those large destroyer-looking, terrifying saw machine ships parked at this island. But you are... Oh, go ahead.
But they're part of the gang.
Yes, this island is definitely another skin farm island. Whoever's ship that controls it, one of the other 3 generals, that ship is not here. And you are not currently visible to the island, but you will be shortly.
Is there any reason that we need to go to this settlement, or can we just go around it?
You can go around it, but you might hit one of the other islands kind of thing going around it, sort of deal.
Well, technically we're not there yet. Birdo gives me advance warning.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I know this is another Nope island. So I obviously don't know the direction of the other 2.
Yeah.
Um,
But you do know, so how do I spell this out? More or less, for lack of better words, argument's sake, behind you is the island where Orkno is. In front of you is this island. To the left or right, you have no idea what's there. More to the front of you, you have no idea what's there. And you don't know where the general looking after this island is either. So they could be in their ship coming from any direction. You don't know.
Clowns to the left
I-
of me, Georges to the right.
Okay.
I
I've
guess
picked which direction the ship is.
okay. I'm going to skirt the island and keep heading north to attempt to get out of this reach.
Okay, are you skirting the island to the east or the west?
I will be skirting the island to the east.
To the east. Excellent. Okay.
Dice
As you
chose my
skirt,
fates.
the dice are not with us today.
Yay.
As you skirt the island to the east, there is a large ship. Like, because you guys are going at a double speed, which means you guys don't have great time to, make plans and change. Yeah, you guys are quickly in line of sight of a large ship, similar to Orkno's ship. However, it's got painted different colors and like a slightly different. It's got a more, instead of being like a tall, large, bulky ship, it's like a longer, more sleek-looking ship.
Oh, that's not good. I will attempt to stealth underneath the waves using stealth and seals.
You have to roll. Yeah, roll your ship's stealth, which is 0. So
It says
roll
1.
2. Is
It's
oh
1.
oh it is 1. Sorry, it's.
Don't take this
I
away
need
from
to
me.
highlight. I need to highlight these better. Yes, you can roll 1 stealth dice.
We do have oh yeah, it's fine. I'll take it. 3.
3. So conflict. The conflict is they see you, but they don't know exactly where you are. Because the way you're moving and like the way their ship's moving, the way the ocean's moving, the way you're being stealthy, they can't pinpoint your location, but they do know there's another ship out there.
Okay. What else do I got? Man, this is hard with just me. Can I use hex?
What do you want to do?
I wish to agitate a patch of saw nanas in front of their ship to obscure us, using the saw
What?
nana in my inventory and calling out to its brethren.
Austin. Look at your
What?
whispers. Look at this whisper.
I'm saving
need
that.
Okay. Fine, you can try and use hex. You can
I know
try and
what
use
I
hex.
have.
I'm just saying you're trying to use hex for a whisper you basically have. But
Yeah,
okay.
Except the whisper is almost a guarantee if I use it properly.
Yeah.
And this is not a guaranteed we're caught moment.
Okay. Fair enough. I get that. So, sorry, what are you trying to do with hex?
So I'm going to be calling out to the other saw nanas in the sea and having them rise up and become just like this huge thorny bramble thing that's in their way and slightly obscures us because we're underneath the surface level.
Okay. Roll away.
Because this roiling of bananas coming to the surface would hide our disturbance.
Yeah, and because Sonanas are terrifying, I'll give you an advantage dice for that.
Awesome. So I'm rolling 3 dice for this. Tides, Hex, and 1 for the... 4 because I'm using a Saw Nana.
Yes. Yeah, you can have the double... Yeah, you can have the double advantage for this.
Okay. 2,
Although I think
4,
it'd be
2,
instinct, not tides, but it's irrelevant.
5.
2, 4, 2, 5?
Yeah.
So 5 and a twist?
Yes.
Okay. So again, conflict. Excuse me. The conflict is it's slowing them down, but again, similar to the other ship, they are covered in chainsaws just going all the time. So it's not stopping them, and it's not hindering them nearly as much as you want, but it is slowing them down. Does anyone have a twist?
Maybe they just honestly have no idea, like, like they just assume like, oh yeah, they're oh wait, maybe the twist is that this is actually like a path that ships usually take. So seeing somebody just plowing through the area, it's like that's normal.
What?
It's like they, they're like, oh, a ship is traveling through.
We're not an oddity.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like, oh look, a ship on the road. How strange.
May I make a may
Go
I
for
posit
it.
a suggestion? How about we're now sub sea, so to speak, right? And
Yeah.
he raises up all the bananas, right? So the clearing of the bananas from under the treetops reveals more of our ability to perceive what we're actually dealing with, and reveals that there is actually like an under tree path that leads forward.
Now that it's
Ooh,
cleared of Sawnanas.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. I'm gonna go with that one if that's okay with the group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, there is a path. As these Sawnanas rise to the surface, you guys can clearly see a path kind of thing being laid out almost in front of you.
I will take that path. Would this look like an old hiking trail from a chart I have that may lead to a settlement that isn't to the gang leaders?
You know what? Yeah, sure.
I knew I picked that up for a reason. I'm just burning through my resources.
Yeah, so use your chart, and yeah, you guys can narrowly escape this ship as it kind of like passes as you like go through this path, and it goes right over the path just behind you guys.
Alright guys, we're cutting it close. Time to head for the next leg.
And yeah, you guys, a few days will go by, and you can see a small. You're still in the same reach area, but yeah, you can see this small island. This spit. It's not attached to any, or I guess it wouldn't be a spit. It'd be a reef because it's just a bunch of like ships and things like thrown together. So yeah, this reef is just in front of you. And I think we'll end it there as you guys approach this reef.
That appears to not be flying the colors of a bunch of skin stealers.
Yes, no, it is clearly not. It is within this reach, but it is clearly not part of their group.
Okay, safety at last. Allegedly.
Well, that's
Safety.
that's the kiss of death, right? there.
What's everyone else doing in the days I'm steering the ship?
Bonding with children shenanigans.
Yeah, I figured just like the three of you were just trying to keep the children from panicking and teaching them day-to-day life skills.
Also, just trying to keep the ship in good working order. Patching up anything that didn't quite.
Our
get
ship
fixed.
is pretty damaged, so if you could repair it on the way, that'd be nifty.
Yeah, I've been working at mulling away on some of the damages, and also trying to reinforce some of the weatherproofing on this ship.
Yeah, you guys, I'm not going to actually give you, for those days, I'm not actually going to give you guys any healing time because you were trying to move stealthily and in dangerous territory, but I won't give you any extra injuries or damage from moving through this territory.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Was it sunny though?
Was it sunny?
Yes.
Evens, it was sunny. Odds, it was not. It was sunny.
Cool. Heliovore, baby.
Oh yeah, you healed just from sunlight.
Yep.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, no, so you can heal. And then actually no, none of you heal your Myers. So to heal your Myers, you need to do drives or really nice things have to happen. So when these children finally come to terms and are more or less happy and safe, then you could heal a Meyer. But because the children are not like the children are still clueless, more or less. There's no mire to be healed from just half rescuing them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're not quite finished with our mission yet.
Yeah.
Only their bodies have been rescued so far.
Yeah.
Still have to
Nothing
clean the mind.
Re-education. Mwah.
How many times would you say we cut a path in 3 days?
No, you guys did not cut a path at all. You guys forged ahead the whole time. You guys were
I
moving.
definitely said I cannot shake the ship apart. I'm only cutting a path. Because you even said, "Are you guys cutting a path?"
Did I? I thought I was meaning the fast one.
I was not.
Oh,
That's why I went stealth.
that's fair. I'll give you some resources, but because, again, you guys were trying to be stealth and careful, resource picking was not your first priority. But I will give you each a resource at the end of the session.
Yep, just asking. Just an important question. We were traveling for a few days.
That's fair. That's fair. You guys are the resource ship. So
I also
Feed
burned
us.
everything. But we
That's
made it
fair,
safe, and the ship didn't get wrecked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was
Nice.
afraid the ship was going to take a lot of damage. We have no armor left.
you guys were so close. Oh man. Oh man.
We have 0 armor left.
It's oh boy. I'm not even going to tell you the ship, like which of the 3 generals you guys ran into, because oh boy.
That's fine because we don't know.
It didn't happen.
Yeah. So I was Ian the Firefly.
I was Austin playing Tsitsi.
I am Bev, playing Rook.
I'm Dylan playing Jisun.
And I'm Jonathan playing Gomez.
And we were sponsored by nobody. Signing off.